and welcome to another live chat. It's great to have you here this morning. It is 10 a.m. in Sydney, Australia time. We've got lots of people jumping in on the chat already. The first comment, as far as I can see, was Leanne at 9:02. You were here very early. Thank you, Leanne. Appreciate that. We have Angela and Kathy. Sherry, welcome everyone. I'm just scrolling through, see who we've got. Chantelle's here as well. Awesome, awesome. Not too busy for Leanne. Sherry's back at work. University students are back. How about you, Leanne? So I was listening to Chantelle's live yesterday, which was actually played last Thursday, but they were saying that Chantelle was saying that the kids go back to school in America, which I was listening thinking that is so strange because here in Australia, we go back to school. Well, I don't personally, but the kids go back to school, I think, around the start of February, which is after, I don't have any kids, obviously. So it's after the 6 weeks summer holiday. So for anyone in the Northern Hemisphere, you're probably thinking you have summer like over Christmas. Yes, we do. Yeah, where is everybody watching from? I can see a few Aussies here. Hello, Sandy. Welcome to the chat. Inherited Stitches, great to have you here. I'm just looking at the comments coming in. So what is in your cup today? Personally, I have nothing because I forgot to get a drink. I've just looked at my, my coaster, and there is nothing on it. Yay me. What did everybody have for breakfast this morning? I just realized 10 minutes for the chat, I had had no breakfast, which does not help me because when I get hungry, I get hangry. Does anybody else get hangry? And I can't concentrate very well. So I literally just shoved an apple in my mouth. Chantelle and I were just in the background before the chat started talking, and I was shoving apple in and finished the last mouthful just before we went live. So that was my breakfast this morning. Normally I have Wheat Bix with some milk, and I like hot milk on my breakfast. But our microwave is on the blink. I put in something. I put my heat bag for my back, just like a heat pack that you could warm up in the microwave. And I took it out and it wasn't hot. So yes, there's something going on there. But anyway, we've got people in from Adelaide, South Australia. Ooh, how exciting. Lisbeth, you two must be sending out the notifications that we are live today. Sherry had boring boiled eggs and toast for brekkie. I don't think that sounds boring. That sounds amazing. Chantelle had to buy a new microwave yesterday. Yes, I did hear that in your live chat. Something about your microwave. And apparently my phone is not on silent. So can you hear me? Can you see me? I probably should have asked you that at the start. Let me just put this on silent. I'm assuming you can because you are replying to my questions. Hang on. Now my computer's asking me to restart it. We have all the things going on today. What is on your crochet hook? We have Knit You watching in Brisbane. Awesome. It's so cool. So I am, yes, Chantelle wouldn't recommend us restart midstream. No, that is a bad idea. So I just told it to go away and come back later. I was about to say something. What was it? I don't even know. So what's on your crochet hook? I have a blanket. And again, it is nowhere. I am like literally not set up for today's chat. To tell you the truth, I forgot it was on. Like, it's my chat and I forgot. I realized when I woke up this morning, actually it was after I woke up at about 9 o'clock, which is an hour before the chat, that I have the live chat today. So Nothing's ready. I like literally ran around and got this computer going, and that was it. Got no crochet, got no drink. We're off to a good start. So this weekend, so today is Wednesday here in Australia. It's Wednesday morning, just after 10 a.m. This weekend, starting on Friday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to a craft retreat with Chantelle from Fiberific. I'm so excited. I can see Chantelle doing this in the background. I can see her video. She's just down here, but you can't see her. Very, very exciting. I fly out at some horrible hour. My flight is at 6:20 a.m. If you know me, I am not a morning person, so that's going to be interesting. It's an hour to the airport, and we have to be there an hour before the flight. So I'm thinking I might even go to bed and just stay up. No, that's a bad idea. I need to go to bed. Yeah, so really early flight, flying up to Brisbane Airport. And I'm meeting up with my friend Natalie. I don't know if she's in the chat yet. She is Natalie T. Fatalia. I'm not sure if it's in the chat, but it doesn't matter. So we are going to road trip from Brisbane Airport down to our location. And I think we're going to get there Friday afternoon because Natalie's flight doesn't get into after lunch. So very exciting. My flight's so early because we were going to save $100 off our ticket. So I was like, yeah, that's great. Let's save $100. And now I've realized I have to get up at a stupid hour. But anyway, so yeah, cannot wait. Hi, Sally. Sally is in the chat and yay, so excited. Sorry, did I yell that? Yes, you did. And I would yell at you too. So what's happening at your place today, Claire? Well, this is why I forgot about this chat. We are having work done outside. We've got some tradies or tradesmen, tradeswomen. They're all tradesmen outside doing some work. So this is going to be a quick chat. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep it to half an hour because I'm supposed to be outside helping. And as you can see, I am not outside helping. I'm just like the run around that gets drinks and, does that sort of thing. So all the guys are outside working hard and I'm in here relaxing, chatting with my friends. Funny. Yes, I cannot wait for the weekend. It's going to be a craft retreat. I'm obviously going to be taking my crochet. I'm looking on the floor because it's normally the bag is next to my office desk, but it is not. I know where it is. It is next to my suitcase, so I don't forget to take it. And I think I'm going to take my knitting as well. I have a cardigan that I started, I'm pretty sure it was 2 years ago. And all it needs doing is one front panel. That's what I'm up to now. So the front panel, I've got a feeling that back panel as well. But it's done like up to here. So I've got to do that much on the back and then just come over and do the front panels. I think that's all I've got to do. And then add sleeves, but the sleeves are only short. And it's a work in progress. You know those works in progress that get put in the cupboard or just put aside and you completely forget about them. And I'm really good at forgetting things like that. If it's out of sight, out of mind, yeah, that's me. So I was going through a cupboard the other day and I found it and I thought, I love this cardigan. I was really, really excited to start this project. 2 years later, I am only halfway through. Do you ever do that? Do you ever get really excited about a project and, you're getting all the yarn, you're getting the pattern ready, you're getting your crochet hooks ready, you've got your project bag, all the things, all your notions that you need, stitch markers, scissors, all that stuff. And 2 years later, you're still working on it. Oh, dear. So welcome everybody to the chat. We have 30 people watching. How many thumbs up do we have? Let me know in the chat. That would be great. We've got Kelly. Kelly's coming to the craft retreat too. Woohoo! Cannot wait. Airport hotel. No, not an airport hotel. It's only an hour from our place. I don't even know if there is any any hotels near. I'm flying out of Canberra for any Aussies that know Canberra. I'm sure there is, but we're only an hour away, and it's just an added cost. So yeah. So you will notice in the chat that some people have their name highlighted, and they will have a star next to their name or their username. These lovely people are members of my channel. If you want to find out more information about being a member, click on the join button, which I think is somewhere down here under the video. If you're watching on your phone, just rotate your phone so that your phone this way. Is that what's this way called? Is that portrait? And then that's landscape. I always forget. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so the members get lots of little benefits. You get to have a members only community chat. So we have a community tab here on my channel, and the members get can get extra chat. So you'll get to know what's coming out ahead of time. And any other things I've got to talk about. We've got 17 thumbs up. Who has not hit the thumbs up button? Go and click that button. Yeah, and so you also get a free highlighted chat once a month. So if you are a member, go down and click on the $ down the bottom of the chat and see if you've got a free one. It will notify you, let you know if you've got one. And what else do you get? Oh, so you get what's the word? Word not working. When you leave a comment, it comes to a different section in the back office. So it's I cannot think of the word. Chantelle, if you've got the word, chime in.
Hi.
Hi. What's it called?
Are you thinking priority response to comments?
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I could not think of what it was called. I'm terrible.
Memberships are, I'm just going to jump in and plug your memberships hard, Claire. Memberships are a phenomenal way for you to support Claire and make it so that she knows really clearly that you care, that you actually want to see what she makes. And it's especially awesome for those that come and join in these live streams because they are highlighted green. They do get this special little icon next to them, which changes color depending on how long you've been a channel member for. And you've just gotten a new channel member. So Vampire and probably her partner Artzog, they share. So they have become channel members for you. So that is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
These things really, like, everyone thinks YouTube is free, and to create a YouTube channel is free, and to make YouTube content is free. And it's really not. It's actually quite an expensive process. Like, Claire's just had to go out and buy a new computer. This was not any $500 basic computer. That kind of computer cannot edit a video. This was a really expensive high-end machine to do what she needs to do, which is why we didn't get new content from Claire for a while, because she was having some serious computer problems. And I had some discussions with her about what she needed to do to fix that up. So having this support directly from those of you that are channel members is amazing. But I also totally understand that people can't always become a channel member. So those people, please don't skip the ads. You need to watch the ad. Because that ad money is the only financial way that Claire is supported. And if you skip the ad, she gets nothing, like zero. So if you want Claire to get something that's not from your pocket, you need to watch the ads, watch her videos all the way to the end, watch a second video if you can, share it out in other groups. Like if someone's asking a question about, hey, how can I make crochet beanies that fit? Share the link to Claire's video in that group, because you can share it, but she can't. Most groups don't allow a person to self-promote. But if you think that something's a perfect fit, then you can promote Claire for her. And so all of these things are things that you can do to support Claire without actually, using your own wallet, which sometimes we have to think about these things. But those of you that are supporting Claire with your wallets are super as well. And I'm going to run away and let Claire talk.
How many sleeps till the craft retreat?
Oh, like one. I'm not going to sleep Thursday night. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh. It's Wednesday already.
It's Wednesday. So there's actually only 2 nights. There's in real speak, there's 2 nights to the retreat, but Thursday night I'm gonna be like so excited, so excited.
And I think you have to get up at 3 a.m, so that won't even count as a sleep.
No, that's right. Like I go to bed at midnight, so getting up at 3 is stupid. So I don't have to get up at 3 because I only live like an hour and a half from the like an hour and a half away from the retreat venue. So nice. So I'm pretty lucky in that regard, which is kind of why I run the retreat there, because
of course
it's close. But we are looking at opening it up to other locations for next year or future years. So but the retreat is so exciting and I can't wait. And for those of you that are in Claire's chat and coming to the retreat, I'll see you soon.
Oh, so exciting. I cannot wait. Truthfully, I haven't been excited. I mean, excited to go, but haven't got the excitement going yet, if that makes sense. But now I'm excited. Can't wait. Has anybody been on a craft retreat or even just been to a crochet lesson where you get to hang out with crochet-minded people? If you ever get a chance, I say go for it. It is a lot of fun. 1.5 sleeps. That's more like it, Sally. Yeah, totally. Hi, Trish. Welcome to the chat. Great to have you here. Excuse me. Oh gosh, yeah. So Nick, you and I, we went on a crochet cruise. When was that? Was that like 3 years ago now? And then she's saying at least you won't get seasick on this adventure. Oh god, it was so bad. You know, Nick, I actually think it was the medication that I took, because I don't even know what it was called. It was a free sort of, not free. It was an over-the-counter, is that what you call it? Over-the-counter medication that you can just go in and buy. You don't need a script. And it was making me feel really lightheaded, like I was going to faint. And I have low blood pressure. So I'm not sure if that affected my blood pressure, because I felt terrible for the whole time. And on one of the last days, there was a nurse in our group and she said, I think it's the medication, because what you're describing is not seasick. It's not symptoms of being seasick. So I stopped taking the medication on the last day and I felt a little bit better. Obviously, the medication was still in my system, but yeah. But I do not fancy going on another cruise. I couldn't handle the motion of it was doing that, but at the same time it was doing that. So it was like, oh yeah, no. Nope. 2018. Was it really? Yeah, it would have been, because it was before COVID. It was October. Wow. It's like, is that 4 years ago? That's insane. Yeah, but it was so much fun. I think if I didn't have all the crochet people to be hanging out with, that would have been a miserable cruise, because I would have just stayed in my room and just felt sorry for myself. But I was one of the hosts on the cruise, so I had to people. I had to come out of my room and do. Oh, it's making me feel nauseous just thinking about that cruise. Blech. My mouth's watering and everything. Yeah, just if I didn't have the crochet people, I would not have enjoyed that cruise at all. Leanne is an hour and 20 minutes drive to the retreat. Sidri belongs to a crochet guild that meets once a month. That's awesome. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to join a crochet guild, I go to a craft group on a Monday, and you can do whatever you want. Some of the ladies, they just come for a chat. They don't even do any craft. They've been going for a long time. And one of the ladies has arthritis in her hands. And so she just sits there, drinks a coffee and has a good old chat. One of the ladies does colouring in. Just trying to think, go around the room. Myself, I bring all sorts of craft, crochet, knitting. I took my Cricut machine, which is right there. Took my Cricut with me the other day, did some things. Another lady does leather work, so she's always working on leather work. She also does some hand stitching. There's another lady that crochets. Another lady's making, no, I do not know the name for this, so I'm not even going to try to think about it. But basically, she's got a piece of fabric and cuts out. So at the minute, she's doing a unicorn for her granddaughter. She has done a rooster, which was amazing. And you cut out little pieces of fabric in shapes that the pattern tells you to do. You get like a printout, and then you've got to cut the shapes out. And then you put those onto the fabric, cut the fabric out in the shapes, and then you stitch it. I think it's best to machine stitch it, but my friend hand stitches. And hand stitches in a certain order onto the fabric, and it creates this picture. So at the moment, she's doing a unicorn, and it's so, so cool. Applique. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's really cool. I think I could do that because it's literally just cutting out little bits of fabric, and she puts, what do you call it, interfacing on the back, so when you iron it, it sticks to the fabric. It's really cool. Do you have any other crafts other than crochet? I do a little bit of sewing. What else do I do? If it's a craft, I'll try it. Knit You says, oh, one year we need to go to Rhinebeck. That is on my bucket list. One day. Knit You's attended a Stitches South in Atlanta 10 years ago. I met dozens of people from Revelry group. So much fun. That does sound like fun. I remember the footage of your cruise, Claire. You poor thing. Didn't it take you a while to come back right? Yeah. After I came back to land and went home, 10 days to feel not nauseous. 10 days. We had a party to go to, so I'm not sure what day we got back. Might have been a Tuesday or a Monday. I can't remember, to tell you the truth. Anyway, the following weekend, we had a party to go to, and I was like, yeah, we'll go, because what would be wrong with me? So I couldn't drive. Husband drove. And I'm standing there at the party talking to my friend. She says to me, "You're swaying." I was like, "What?" She goes, "You're swaying. You're going like this." I was like, "What?" I said, "I've been on a cruise." She goes, "Well, you're swaying. You obviously have no idea." I was like, yeah. I said, "I still feel ill." It was quite funny. But yeah. Chantelle has done applique too. It's so fun. It does look fun. I think because it's small pieces of fabric that you need to stitch around, I think that would be, you'd still like feel you accomplished something really quick. Even though you haven't finished the whole thing, you've finished a little section. I think that would be good. Our new member, Wamfa, says, we meet up at our craft group Monday mornings, had to switch the location because the shopping centre is retiling at the moment and no space in the forecourt for us. Well, that sucks. So it's in a shopping centre. That's so cool. Do you get people come past and ask questions of what you're doing? I know people really love to watch you craft. I volunteer in a shop, and when it's really quiet, I take my crochet with me. So there's no customers. I'll just crochet. And then when a customer comes in, I just move it aside and put it on the bench. But they'll see you crocheting, and they just ask questions like, "Oh, wow, what are you making?" And they may not even crochet themselves, but they're just interested to see people make stuff. I think it's really cool. Keyboard's in the way. Cedric's saying, my Aussie friend from Queensland went a couple of weeks ago to In June craft retreat. So lots of people have been or know about them. That's awesome. Angel saying counter cross stitch. Oh, everyone's got different crafts. Sewing for Sidru. Am I saying that right? Sidru. Sorry. I'm too far away from the computer. My favorite applique designer, so quirky. Yes. Her stuff is so cool. I'm pretty sure I've seen her at a what do you call them? Like a craft, not a craft fair. That's American. What do we call them? Craft shows. I'm pretty sure I have seen her booth at a craft show, and it's amazing the stuff that she does. I follow her on Instagram, and there's always fantastic stuff coming up. People always stop to watch Hazag. I hope I said that right. Apparently, it's unusual to see a male crocheting. It is. I've hardly seen. I think I've only seen in person one guy crocheting, and I was very amused. Not amused. That's the wrong word. Not amused. I was fascinated. That's the word I'm looking for. I was fascinated. I went into a yarn shop. There was a gentleman sitting in a chair crocheting. He had a Harley Davidson parked out the front. He had a leather jacket on and riding pants and not a leather vest and riding pants, and then some sort of shirt. He looked like a typical biker or bikie. We say like a bikie is a patched bikie, and a biker is someone who enjoys riding motorbikes. He looked like a bikie. He looked very intimidating, but he's sitting there crocheting, and I've got a habit of staring, a really bad habit of staring. So I must have been staring because, well, I was. And he goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "Oh, yeah, yes, why?" He goes, "You're staring." And I was like, "I am so sorry." I said, "But I've never seen a man crochet before," and literally never seen a man crochet before, let alone a man who has just got off a Harley Davidson. And he's laughing. He goes, "And I bet you've never seen one." And he was very, very macho. "I bet you've never seen one like me who rides a Harley Davidson." And I was like, "Nope." He was lovely. He was showing me all his stuff. And I think males have a very different style, especially knitting and crochet. Does anyone find that in other crafts? But they have it, and it's beautiful. A completely different style, but it's amazing. Leanne saying, "We have our Aussie Guild conference next year in Sydney. Do you think you will teach there, Claire?" I don't know about teaching. That has not been discussed. I have been talking to Sam. If you know Sam, you may not know Sam. Oh, you may know Sam from the Crochet Guild. She helps out with things. I've been talking to Sam. I can't say what, but yes, I'm definitely going. Definitely going. Leanne, are you going to the conference for the Crochet Guild? It's in Sydney, so I know that's a fair drive from your place. Chantelle does crochet, knitting, spinning, cross stitch, sewing, quilting, and so much more. I think most crafters have more than one craft. It's sort of, I think it's just our brain, the way our brain works. Angela says, "I crochet and sometimes paint geometrical shapes on small canvases." Wow. Sidju says, "My husband can do some sewing too." Yay, Leanne's going. She's saving for it. Yeah. I need to save for it too, because I'll need to book a room somewhere. Because it's probably a good probably almost 3-hour drive from here. I'd say 2.5 hours without stopping. And I'm not doing that every day for a conference. I'm sorry. I'll stay in there. You have more fun. Chantelle's husband's hobbies include complaining about my hobbies. Oh, dear. Angel says, I've been watching your videos for years. Thank you. You have taught me so much about crochet. I'm finally excited to be on a live with you. Very, very exciting to have you here, Angel. Thank you so much for watching over the years. It has been a long time. Excuse me. Laurie says, hello, Laurie. Thanks for joining us here in the chat. This chat is going to be short because I didn't realize that we've got some trade, we call them tradies. Aussies shorten everything. We've got tradies, tradesmen, tradesperson, tradeswomen, whatever you want to call them. They're outside, and I'm supposed to be helping. I'm just the runabout. So I won't be able to be here for too long. Oh, Holly's in the room. Hey, Holly, welcome. Good to have you here. Angel's saying, thank you, Claire. You were under a different name when I started watching you, Bob Wilson. Yeah, I changed my name. I think it was a year ago now. I finally have a name that makes sense. But everyone sort of knew the name. It's funny. I remember Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. His username was Mikey's Mail for ages. And then everyone started, and then he changed his name. And then everyone kept calling him Mikey's Mail. Like, I would even say it myself. It takes a good, I reckon, 12 months for it to change over. Oops, sorry. Who else is Super Harry? Super Harry. Super Harry. Claire changed from Bob Wilson to Crochet with Claire. Me, I'm happy. And Chantelle helped me with that name as well. It came around quite easy, actually. Sidru saying, I too watched Claire for years. I'd tell all the crocheters I know about her. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing the love. Yes, the craft room looks well stocked. Thank you, Sherry. I did not do any tidying up. This is what it looks like on a regular day. What you can't see is the stuff I've pushed that way. And I'm not moving the camera around. Yes, Aussies do shorten everything. Hubby's a tradie and he's a chippy. That just reminds me of chips, but I know that's a chippy. Is that like walls? No, not walls. Something to do with timber. Yes, it was my dog's name. Bob was my dog. Yep, well done. And made by Marsha Mum. I have to get close because I can't see the screen. I haven't got my computer close enough. I learned so much from you, Claire, as well. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here in the chat today. Yeah, Sherry was used to Bob Wilson. Don't worry, I still say it and I still search. Like, if I have to search something of my own for some reason on the internet, I still go to type Bob Wilson. It's just ingrained. Sunshine can crochet, embroider, cross stitch, and do plastic canvas. Now crochet is my craft of choice. What's plastic canvas? I've never heard of that one. I'm assuming it's something to do with plastic and canvases. Carpenter. Yes, thank you, Leanne. That is the word I was looking for. Di's hubby is a chippy too. Well, there you go. I'm jealous. I would love to know how to be that amazing with timber. Oh, hang on. When for saying, I just realised your plushie's upside down, was trying to figure out why he looks so unusual. he was like that last chat. He's right here. His name's Stitch. And I put him upside down to see if anyone would notice. Well spotted. I tried to move him around every chat, but I was running late this morning, completely forgot about it. So he's been in these baskets here. He's been over here. It's a little sloth toy. I'll get him in case no one's seen him. And he just makes me smile. He's so squishy. He's really cuddly. Not that I sit here and cuddle him, but if I needed to, he's very cuddly. Very squishy. And his name's Stitch. We named him on a live chat. We had lots of suggestions, but Stitch is what we come up with. I do not sit here and cuddle him at all, but he's just so squishy. We'll have to find somewhere to put him for next one. So lots of people do so many crafts. That is so awesome. I think, like I said, I think it's just our crochet brain. So needlepoint canvas made out of plastic. Well, there you go. Basically doing needle crafts for the weight with 4-weight yarn on a plastic grid. Well, there you go. I'm sure we have something like that here. I've obviously not seen it at the shops. Stitch is precious, isn't he? Look at his little face. Hello. We could totally just clip him to this. And it's totally not working. Anyway, everybody, I really do have to run because, like I said, there are tradies outside and they're probably waiting for coffee or sandwiches or something. And I want to be nosy and see what they're up to. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening, day, whatever time it is where you are. And all the retreaters, I will see you soon. So exciting. Cannot wait. What is it? 1.5 more sleeps. I will see you soon. Happy crochet, everybody. And thank you so much for joining me. Sorry I've got to sign off early, but yeah, it's just how life is at the moment. See you later. Bye.